Hello Capricorn, Turquoise Tarot here with your reading for November 2017. I hope you're all doing well. A couple quick announcements. I want to apologize for not getting all the videos uploaded last month. I think there was about 2 or 3 signs who did not get their reading. I apologize. My son was actually in and out of the hospital for the last couple of weeks, so things have been very challenging for me, especially with getting these readings done and even following up with people sending me messages and so forth. So I apologize. I'm typically very busy anyway. I do work full-time, and I'm a full-time student, and I'm a single mom. So when something like that happens, it's just, it's like that for anybody, of course, but, when you have a lot on your plate like that, it's just, it's hard to get caught up on anything. So finally, he's home, thank goodness, and he's doing well, but it's just been challenging to keep up on. So now he's home, everything's good, we're here, God bless, thank goodness. And I want to say to those of you who've requested a private reading, or if it's been in the last week or so, or a couple weeks, let me know. If you haven't heard from me, please message me. I'll be happy to work that out, and we can schedule that for you. Now, if you're interested in a private reading, I'll post that information, as well as if you're interested in donating to the channel, which is always greatly appreciated. I'll post those links below. I'm going to be doing something a little bit differently this month than I have in the past. I'm going to be doing my normal general reading spread. You may see me draw a couple additional cards from this deck if need be, just to get some clarification. But I'm going to be doing the love portion of the reading a little differently. I'm going to still do a singles and a couple spread, but I'm going to combine it into one reading. So you'll see what that looks like when I actually get to that. But let's go ahead and see what are the general messages for Capricorn for the month of November. Alright. We have the Knight of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, King of Swords, the Star, 5 of Swords, 7 of Cups, the Devil, 8 of Pentacles, and the Hermit. Bottom of the deck, for overall energy, is the 8 of Cups. Alright, Capricorn, well, we have your energy coming up here, I believe, with the Devil card. I kind of feel like there's some shift going on at work. I feel as though maybe you have dealt with a situation where you kind of have a heads up about what's coming, or intuitively you feel what's coming. And it's maybe something that you see a window of opportunity and you take it. I think there's some confusion around whether or not it's something that's going to work out for you. So like, let's say for instance, I don't know, let's say a higher up leaves, and this is your window of opportunity to go for that promotion. You've been there for some time, you know the job in and out, you've been doing it for a while. This is your opportunity to really promote yourself and get in the door. And it may be that you have to win out at the expense of others. This 5 of Swords talks about a shallow victory, but it's not necessarily a terrible thing. It's just there's other people competing, and you have the upper hand here. With 9 of Cups being the overall energy, that's honestly a very positive and beautiful overall card, because it's ultimately saying you're getting what you're wishing for, you're getting what you're hoping for. It may be that you're dealing with someone who is an air sign, so a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. That may be the boss or the hiring manager or the person you're dealing with, just to get this promotion or get your foot in the door into some situation. I want to say too, this may be a family member who's telling you about an opportunity, and that is where you find your window or your door to get in, right? Get out of what you've been doing for a while. I feel like what you've been doing is feeling a bit redundant for you at this point. And so you're certainly looking for opportunities to expand and grow. But maybe you're just not sure how to go about doing that. So you're spending some time really thinking about your skills, thinking about where they can take you, you know, what are some other maybe jobs that you could handle. But it's really coming from this air sign or this male King of Swords energy. I feel like this is another individual who is presenting you with an opportunity that's going to ultimately lead to what you want. And with the star card here, you know, this is obviously a card about wishing upon a star, getting what it is you desire. This being above your card, it's a very positive card. Making progress here. Making slow progress maybe, but making progress. But it's also about you being willing to be vulnerable and speak about who you are. So I almost feel like there may be a slight fear or apprehension about speaking about your qualities or your talents or even acknowledging them in yourself. And this month in November, this is a great time for you to do that. To see what you truly have, to look at your skills, look at what you've got going. Maybe present them to this hiring manager. Yeah. Let's look at this more in depth with the Oracle card. Okay. Thief, Despair, and Friend on the Ten of Cups. I don't know if you felt like an opportunity was robbed from you or taken from you in the past, maybe by an air sign. That could be for some of you. But this is a month where, again, I'm feeling like there's a new opportunity. And thank God you didn't get what that opportunity was in the past. But I also feel like there's a need to not think so negatively and to work on being your own best friend. Like, don't assume you're not going to get it because of competition or because there's someone out there better than you. You got to acknowledge your own skills. Joyfulness, misfortune, and wife. You're married to the idea that things aren't going to go your way, but that has to change. The star card here with joyfulness on it is telling you that joy, happiness is around the corner for you, that things can go positively for you, but you can't be negative. Let me look at the Hermit here. Merchant, Lover, and Faithfulness. So, contemplation, you're doing a lot of contemplation about your work, because the Hermit's looking at this Eight of Pentacles. So about your work, your day-to-day job, your day-to-day functions, what's serving you and what's not, what's making you happy and what's not. And ultimately these three cards coming up on the Hermit saying, am I happy and satisfied? Am I passionate about what I have decided for myself that I want to do? What I've obligated myself to, contracted myself to. And if you're not, then this is your opportunity to change it. Nine of Cups, Yeah. You got to change your attitude about where you got to be more self-confident, okay? You got to put the vibe out there that you're capable and that you are going to get it and that you are worth it. You're going to go where you want to go and you're going to get there. The Room card talks about secrets and intimacy. It's what you secretly want in your heart of hearts, but you're too scared to openly share. You're afraid of failure. You're afraid of loss. That needs to change with the Death card. And that's the way we get to our wish fulfillment. So that's what I have for your general reading, Capricorn. Let's go ahead and look at love for November. And I'm going to pull cards for singles first. We have the Five of Swords, Strength. I'll just lay them out here. Seven of Cups, Eight of Swords, Two of Wands, the Fool, and the World card. Now let me pull some cards for my coupled Capricorn. Alright. We got the Empress, the Four of Wands, Ace of Swords, the Seven of Swords, Five of Pentacles, Eight of Rods, and the Two of Pentacles. Alright, so let's look at my my singles first. Single Capricorn, right up here. Oh, let's see. Well, I think if you've been in a situation where there's three people involved and you've been hoping that someone's going to choose you over someone else, I see that going your way this month. Okay? So maybe if you've been kind of fighting for someone's affections, I see that going your way. It may be that there are two people fighting for your affections as well, and it may be that you're making a choice this month about who to give your affections to. For some of you, that can be a Leo that you're dealing with. I think love can be a little confusing this month for you. I think that you're wanting to explore, and you may be looking for love in places where you haven't looked before, or you may be dating individuals that you haven't dated before, what kind of people that aren't typically your type. And so it's almost like it's like open season, I feel. Like you're ready to explore, you're ready to have fun, but you want to do things that are new and different and exciting. And that's certainly on offer for you in the month of November and going forward, I feel. But there's something here about releasing yourself from past, I don't know, past mental blocks. So it may be that you're wanting to do something new and you're wanting to try something new, but at the same time you're mentally blocking yourself from that because you're telling yourself that it's not a possibility, or that it wouldn't work out, or you wouldn't like it. Could be something like that. Needing to work on those mental blocks, because I really feel like it's in looking in different places that's where you find love. And I see for a lot of you singles who are just out and dating and mingling, I think you are going to be the winner in a lot of these situations. Like, people are going to be looking at you this month. You're going to have options. But it's in the new where you find what you're looking for. Let's pull some clarifying cards here. I keep these cards together. I don't know. Alright, let's look at the World card. I think when you're out and you're celebrating your individuality, that's when you find somebody who's attracted to your self-confidence. And this is going to be somebody who's a pleasant surprise. This being on the World card talks about victory. So, and again, I'm feeling with the World card and the Fool, this is somebody foreign. This is somebody new. This is someone that you wouldn't typically date. Let me look at the Five of Swords. Okay, so it can be that it's taken a lot of strength for you to move on and made the choice to let go of past hurts, because it looks like love in the past hasn't been so kind. Maybe you had a strong relationship in the past that you thought was going to lead to something more substantial and long-term, but it didn't, because it didn't have a strong foundation. So this person took advantage of you, this being on the Five of Swords. They took you for granted. And this is something that you've dealt with, but again, it's like, okay, it's almost like you're learning. Like, this is the month where maybe last month you acknowledged, okay, I'm dating the wrong kind of people because I keep getting these kind of, jerks. So let me look somewhere else. And in the month of November, that's when you start looking elsewhere and finding what you're looking for. Yeah, because look, on the Two of Wands, which talks about decisions, long-term decisions, you're realizing that if you want security and stability, you can't date people who are just frivolous and out for a good time. These are pleasure seekers. So instead of waiting for one of these people to make a commitment, you're taking action this month and you're saying, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to look for the right kind of person. And you're looking in places you wouldn't ordinarily look. Maybe a bit confusing for you, maybe you're a bit uncertain, you're feeling a bit uneasy because this isn't something you normally do or the type of person you would normally date, but it's getting you ultimately what you want. Okay? So let me go ahead and look at what's going on for my coupled Capricorn. I think that for my coupled Capricorn, I kind of feel like you're wanting to live a bit more lavishly, or not necessarily lavishly, but you're wanting to reap the rewards of what you've sown. And so far this month, that may be a bit of a struggle. Month of November is like, okay, we're not quite to fruition yet, though you want to be. So financially speaking, things are a little bit rough for you and your partner this month. Maybe even if it's not financial, it can just be in the home environment where you two may be having more time apart than usual, and it's causing some separation in your relationship. So there's a need to be patient and just know that this shall pass. I want to say by the middle to the end of November, you're going to be experiencing your love life flourishing. So where you have, excuse me, I'm losing my voice, where you have experienced some lack in your relationship in the beginning of November, by middle to end of November, it's almost like your partner is greedy with you, I feel, and they want all of your time. And I think you're going to be struggling with figuring out how you're going to balance that time. I want to say too, there may be a talk or something with you and your partner about spending. Somebody may not be honest with their spending, and that may come up in this month. That may be why money's tight in the month of November. That may cause some conflict with you and your partner because you're thinking you have enough to, I don't know, buy for the holidays or do what you want to do, and you're realizing that you don't because your partner spent more than what they had been honest about, or hadn't been honest about. Let's look at the Two of Pentacles here. Gift, child, and size. So I almost feel like someone has spent too much money on something lavish. And it's almost like, I feel like you may be asking your partner to take it back. Or they may be asking you if you're the one who did it. But I kind of feel like it's the partner. Seven of Swords. For those of you where you haven't had a lot of time with your partner and you're looking to reconnect by the end of the month, again, with the Doctor card, the Cheerfulness card, and the Room card, you're having that intimacy with your partner. There's going to be a lot of one-on-one by the end of the month with you and your partner. A lot of healing taking place. It's almost like you're sneaking away. You're planning to get away. But it may be hard because financially, there's something here about finances and money being a little tight. Okay? So that's what I have for you, Capricorn, for the month of November. I hope you enjoyed your reading. If anyone's interested in a private reading, or again, if you'd like to donate to the channel, I'll post that information in the information box below. Otherwise, I wish you guys a wonderful month, many blessings, and much love and light. And I will see you soon. Bye.